Hey guys, what's going on? So in today's video, I am very excited because in the video today, I get to try out, I have the honor and privilege of testing out a brand new leather care product. This stuff, it's called the Right Stuff for hard working leather and hard working hands. Now this comes out of a very small aviary out of Alberta, Canada. A very small family runs what's called Homeward Honey. It's a little shop, mom and pop shop from what I can tell. And they are trying to get the word out about their new beeswax conditioner. So this is going to be a 275 gram tin, and it's very high quality stuff, I can tell. It's beeswax and other naturally occurring ingredients, nothing synthetic, nothing petroleum, penetrates warm leather or dry skin, softens and protects, will alter texture of suede or similar leathers. Made with peace, country, pride by Homeward Honey. For the instructions, it says apply generously to pre-warmed leather or use heat source to warm it after application. For best protection, apply as much as the leather will absorb. If desired, buff with dry cloth when cool. Rub into your hands to enjoy protection from harsh dryness. Ingredients: canola oil, beeswax, lanolin, ricinus communis, otherwise known as castor seed oil. Yeah, and so this comes from Homeward Honey, which is a family-owned honeybee farm producing unpasteurized peace country honey with all the goodness the bees put into it. Locally raised, healthy queens and nucleus hives for the beekeeping enthusiast. The Right Stuff Beeswax Leather Conditioner. Hand moisturizer for hardworking leather and hands. Products available at Farmgate and at area retailers. So they make honey, they make various products. It's a very charming little company. Yeah, they sell raw honey locally with the honeycomb intact. I love that. That's always awesome to see. Liquid unpasteurized honey. Pure Canadian honey. Awesome. The Right Stuff can be found on Etsy. And it's not cheap, but you are supporting a local small batch maker. 275 grams of the Right Stuff Beeswax Leather Conditioner will go for $48.61. This item ships for free. Beeswax Leather Conditioner is made with Peace, Country, Pride by Homeward Honey without the use of petroleum products or other synthetic materials. So that's the introduction, and so I will preface this with I would not use this stuff on just any pair of boots, on just any leather. What I would recommend this for is for re-waxing a waxed flesh. And so what we have here are my Grant Stone Edward boots in wax tobacco. These boots have an insane patina going on. I wore these hard a couple winters ago, at least once or twice a week. So this is a plain toe model, so it's really going to show off its patina, and it's really come a long way. It started out with a smooth waxy finish, which you can still see in certain areas, but then other areas have really roughed up and exposed the nap. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use this Right Stuff Beeswax Conditioner on these, and we will see the before and after. Again, I would use this on a Waxy Commander from Stead. I would use this on, say, a waxed flesh. I would use it on stuff like that. I would not use it necessarily on smooth leather. I don't know, we'll see, the jury's out. I will know more as I use it and as I observe the results. So anyways, let's get to the conditioning process. All right, so here we are about a couple of hours later after I've fully conditioned the boots with this Right Stuff beeswax. And I have to say, I mean, just look at these results. It's pretty incredible. These boots look like they did when they were brand new. It's really insane how well they came out. Yeah, when they were brand new, they just had a really smooth, waxy appearance about them, very uniform, and that's what they look like now. And as you can see, I threw in these kilties in Java waxed flesh that my buddy Jimmy made at Trinity Handmade. This is one of the first runs of kilties he ever made, and I still have them in these Grant Stone Edward boots, and you can see that the kilties almost match the waxed tobacco Waxy Commander Edwards now that they've been fully waxed. They've darkened back up into a nice dark chocolate brown. What's been really cool about this waxy tobacco in particular is as the wax loosens and separates, and as the nap from the micro suede loosens up and exposes its texture, it starts to reveal like really nice reds and lighter variations, lighter tones of brown start to come out. And yeah, but initially with the wax on, it has a very chocolatey appearance. And yeah, so as you can see, the kiltie really matches the upper now. They look brand new. I mean, I still see some scrapes and some abrasions from, you know, the couple of years of wear that I put on them, but ultimately, yeah, they look like they looked when they were brand new. A flawless, waxy, waxed flesh boot. And so yeah, I'm very impressed. Now, I won't lie, when I first got this stuff, I was a little worried about it in terms of just how hard it is. And yes, if you try to apply this wax when it's, say, probably 70 degrees or lower, if you're going to do this in the cold, or if you're going to do this in colder than room temperature conditions, it's not going to absorb very well. So what I did is I set both the boots out and the beeswax out in the sun for about a half hour, really just warmed them up. So both the upper leather was warm, ready to absorb the wax, and then the wax was warm as well. Not melted, but very much like it was almost like sort of sweating a little bit, you can tell. And so those conditions were ideal. So I applied the wax outside as opposed to inside where I have, you know, it's temperature controlled in here. That's one thing you want to make sure you're doing, is make sure that the leather's warm and or the beeswax is warm. Ideally both. And my favorite conditions for that is just go out in the sun and do it. The sunlight will make it all really work really well. I took a generous amount of the beeswax, just applied it all over the upper, all over the tongue, and then let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then just brushed it, you know, to remove like any globules of wax that were left over, any inconsistencies. And yeah, the result is just a flawlessly waxed boot. So what other leathers would I use this on? I would definitely use this on any Horween waxed flesh. In fact, the first thing that comes to my mind is I have some navy waxed flesh Truman boots that are definitely showing their wear, and I would use something like this because there's no pigments added. Now, another thing that gave me a little bit of pause was the fact that the beeswax has a yellowish appearance to it. Will that alter the color? No, it's not a pigment. And so like putting this on a navy or on a natural waxed flesh or something to that nature, it's not going to add pigment. It's not going to add color. That was one thing that I was worried about, but I'm not anymore. Not after actually using it. I'm not worried about it adding like yellow hints, yellow shades, because the wax, it will penetrate, but it's not going to change the color. It will darken. It'll give the illusion that the leather is darkened, but that's only because the wax gives it sort of like a wet appearance. As that dries and as that wears off and as that comes off through wear, you will see that the original color has remained. And so yeah, so I'd use this on waxed fleshes. I would use this on Waxy Commander from the Charles F. Stead Tannery, and really any waxed flesh in general. This would probably do really well on some oily chamois as well. Would this be my top choice? Not necessarily, but I think it would do very well on chamois. These Parkhursts in Ray's Reverse Waxed Mohawk, really any leather that's a rough out full of oily waxes, I think this would work well on. It will restore the original waxed look prior to them getting beat up. Now, that said, this will sort of cement down your nap. It will lay it down and keep it sort of glued down for a temporary time. So what this would do to these Parkhursts is it would give the impression of darkening up, and it would definitely seal down that nap, that texture. That's not necessarily something I would want to do, so I'm not going to do that right now. But if they do dry up, this is definitely a good candidate for something to use. The other benefit, they say this does really good for your hands as well. Yes, this is a very good protective balm for like your hands. I could see, you know, in the middle of winter, because I make my own lotions as well using beeswax, jojoba oil, shea butter. What I do is I melt all that stuff down. I do different combinations. There's different types of waxes and oils that you can blend together to get a good lotion consistency, but I do use beeswax. And one thing that I will say is, yeah, this stuff, it's very nourishing to the skin. Ever since handling it, my hands feel very well nourished. It's a very good feel. Heck, you could probably use it as like a lip balm too in the winter, or even, heck, put it on your face. You know, like one thing that I notice when it's super cold and super dry out, super arid, my face just feels like so vulnerable and dry in the wintertime. So something like this, putting that on your face, similar to how people's lips get chapped, if your skin gets chapped, an all-natural beeswax like this, an organic beeswax, is definitely like a nice layer of protection for your skin as well. Because when I condition my leather, I think of it as skincare, because I do a lot of skincare as well. Guys, there's nothing wrong with skincare. I know it seems weird to a lot of people, a lot of dudes especially, like, oh, you know, I'm a man, I don't want to take care of my skin. Well, I take care of my skin, and especially in the winter, I get really chapped because of my skin type. And so something like this would also serve a dual purpose. As crazy as that sounds, using something on your skin as on your boots, on your leather, it's totally, I can assure you, it's totally something that I do. Like I said, I make my own lotions in the winter. I haven't used my particular concoction on boots, but I love getting it on my hands when my hands get dried out and chapped. I'll take that homemade lotion. It's got no preservatives in it, nothing synthetic whatsoever, and it really just makes your skin feel great. And also, if you say swim in like a chlorinated pool or a hot tub a lot, the chlorine will sap your skin dry, and something like this would also help to restore the natural oils in your skin and give you like a good oily, waxy protection for your skin. So anyways, guys, what do you think about the results of the right stuff? I am impressed. I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check this stuff out. Again, you can buy it on Etsy. It's a small family operation, and I am very impressed with this product. I'm all about supporting small batch makers like this. This is right up my alley. If you're into stuff like that, then I recommend checking them out. I'm very impressed with the results. I'm not just saying that. I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm not getting any kickbacks for sales or anything like that. This is just a phenomenal product. I'm really loving the results, and this is a very good, gentle application for your waxed fleshes. Hashtag Wax Flesh Wednesday. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please leave me your thoughts and the results of this amazing product in the description below. And anyways, stay tuned. I have a lot more boot videos coming up.